Hi, for task 5 of Lab 5, I will explain the repository pattern, what it is, why it exists, and how it is implemented in my VitalTrack application. The repository acts as a middle layer between view model and the DAO. Without repository, the view model would communicate directly with the DAO. This means the view model would need to know all the database logic and implementation details. This violates the separation of concern principle, making the code harder to maintain, harder to test, and harder to scale. With repository, the view model only talks to the repository. The repository decides where to get the data, which from room, database, a network API, or any other source. The view model does not need to know or care about that. This makes each layer responsible for only one thing. Now, let me show the implementation in my code. Here in the reminder repository.kt, the repository takes the DAO as a constructor parameter. This means the repository is the only class that has direct access to the DAO. The view model never touches the DAO directly. The repository exposes three functions. First, if seat empty, this checks if the reminder table is empty, and if so, it automatically inserts 4 default reminders: meal, workout, water, and sleep reminder. This logic lives in the repository, not only in the view model, but keeping the view model clean. Second, get all reminder. This simply calls DAO.getAll and return a flow of the reminder list to the view model. The view model receives this flow without needing to know it came from room. Third, set enable. This calls DAO.setEnable to update the toggle state of a reminder in the database whenever the user switch it on or off in VitalTrack profile screen. Now, let me show you the view model side. Here in the VitalTrack view model, inside the init block, the repository is initialized by passing the DAO into it. Notice that after this point, the view model only calls repository.getAllReminder and repository.setEnable. It never calls the DAO directly. This is the repository pattern working correctly. When toggle reminder is called from the UI, the view model called repository.setEnable. The repository called DAO.setEnable and the DAO update the database. Each layer only communicates with the layer directly below it. In conclusion, the repository exists to separate concern, improve code maintainability, and hide data source complexity from the view model. In my VitalTrack app, the repository successfully bridged the view model and room DAO following a clean MVVM plus repository plus room architecture. Thank you.